So this week is a losing week. So I lost $16 this week. All right, so let's break it down. Monday. Let's move to Monday. February 6th. Yeah, February 6th. I had three trades. Okay, so I think the first one is pretty obvious, right? Uh, there's a 15-minute candle closing bullish, way above the highs of the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 15-minute candles, right? So yeah, bought at the break of the next candle. Uh, but this first one, so I was trading the stop here. Let's see how long I was holding this. Yeah, so I was trailing the lower wick of the 5 minute I was created. But I got stopped. I think I trailed too early, is what I would say. So I would consider this one break even. The next attempt um, was also, I would say, break even, right? And it's this the same idea. It was around here, so I bought for a second time around this area. Um, I was trailing 5 minutes and got stopped, right? Got stopped, and then the next candle broke the high of this resistance, right? So there is a 15-minute resistance formed here. Next 15-minute candle broke it. That's when I won Monday. Um, so this one, so what I was really hoping to do last week, or yeah, this week, is that I wanted to practice trailing stops, but it didn't turn out well. It's either I was trailing too early, or I'm not patient enough to wait for candles to form before I move my stops. So yeah, this one, it was it was a good decision not to trail. I'm not sure. Hold on. I think it could be because of this. Yeah, I think I decided not to trail anymore because it hit this former support. Right, so I stopped there. So Monday, that's a win, although quite small. Um, so let's move on to Tuesday. So I was trying to do the same, but as you can see here, I got faked out. So there was a support formed. I entered a sell once the next candle broke the low, but it retraced back, and yeah, basically I closed on the flip, right? So that's a loss. And an hour later, so this was formed, right? So we have a new support here. Next candle breaking the resistance of this area, right, and close above that area. And so I decided to enter, right? To enter. Yeah, so I entered a buy, but um, so I remember this one. So this week I was trying to trail my stops and also try to add positions, right? I was trying to do. So what happened here is that it's so the next yeah I placed a buy here, and then the next candle it broke the high. So the moment it broke the high of this candle, I added a new position, a half lot, and then I was trading the stops. So it was pretty good. It started really good, right? But the price just went back down, and so I lost here. So all the two positions that I stuck together, they lost. Right. So I'm wondering if there's something that I could have done better to to turn this situation around. Um, yeah. So the trailing stop was there. Um, so I think the moment it closed back below the high of this, I think I should have just closed. or reduced my position back then. Instead, I waited for the next candle to just break this low, and then that would be the confirmation that it's not really going to work for buys. But yeah, that's good. I think that's still a good loss, I'd say. So let's move on to Wednesday. It's February 8th. Here you go. That's a fake out, right? So support formed. I was waiting for the next candle to break the support, and then I entered a sell position, right? It didn't work. It went back up, obviously. So my stop was, I think, around here, but I decided to close here. Um, is it right? 4153. What's the high it was? 415. Yeah, I think really that was my stop. Um, February. Yeah, that's why it's red. Okay, so I took my stop. Anyway, um, so I think what I did wrong here is that a few. Uh, so I placed this one. Yeah, just a few hours. This happened as well, right? Um, I would say this is already another. This was a fake out in the lower time frame. 5 minutes should show something like this. Fake out. Should be a support form right there. And when this candle close, and then next candle going down and going back up, right? So so this happened like a few hours before that, like 2 hours, and then by that I should have gotten an idea that I should have waited for the price to either close below this, not just break, but close below this, or if I wanted to enter um, with an impulse entry, then I should have just waited for the price to break the low of this. That would have been better. But this one, I think I just ignored a very important clue here. So yeah, that was a tough loss. The next two attempts both break even. Yep, didn't get a chance to win big there. So Friday also lost. Yeah, so it was this one my first loss Friday. So the price was moving up since London session, moving up. And a 50-minute candle closes. I think this was a new high. That was a new high, right? That was a new high. And this green candle, this one, was also a new high when it formed. So there's a new high, support formed. Um, this could have been my trading candle instead, right? New high, support formed, break of this high. This would have been my trading candle. Anyway, so this candle closed above the resistance. It's close above this resistance, right? And yeah, that's I think a really good signal for the price to move up. And what I did, I decided to open a position right after this close of this candle, right? Which I don't think should be the way, right? What I always do, uh, what I do from my wins the past 2 weeks have been all coming from buy stops or sell stops. That means I will those trades won because I've waited for the next candle to break the high or break the low of the previous candle. Like this one, I got impatient because I was already losing at this point, right? Obviously, I was already losing. I just wanted to. Um, I was very anxious to enter a position, and so not even half lot. Like it's like my whole. It's a one lot, right? This is my regular trading size. So yeah, when you're losing, I think this is one of the things that I realized that when I lose, um, it's very easy to forget all the lessons that I learned. It's very easy to lose composure, to just get blinded by the price action, um, and there's some sort of pressure to break the losing streak. And so I made pretty bad decisions. Right? I didn't wait for the high to break. I just into the position. Although the stop loss was really good, it was placed below this 15-minute candle. That means if the price breaks the low of that, then obviously it's gonna go down. So yeah, and then the next trade during that day. No, this is not Friday. Sorry, this is Thursday. Next trade was a buy. If I waited for the 15-minute candle to close, it could have been a win. However, I remember that this is not. Look at this. It's not the entry is not even on a break of a high or resistance or a break of a support or lows. None of it, right? I was trying to get lucky here. So yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. That the pressure when you're in the moment and you know that you're already losing, there's a kind of pressure that I have to win, right? And do, uh, I would forget all the, I would forget the strategy, right? I begin anticipating, I begin trading with impulses. And so when that last trade was in a drawdown, I was like, okay, that's it. That's gonna end maybe, right? And I decided not to trade Friday. And that's what happened. I didn't trade Friday. Um, I think that's a good way to control myself from losing more. Um, so yeah, yeah. So this loss is, I think it hurts more than the losses I made earlier this year, the first two, or like the entire month of January, because the entire month of January I was banking on big news, and I'm already aware that if you're doing that, you're really bound to lose a lot quick. But this one, I think I'm pretty disappointed because um, even if I'm following the strategy, it was losing. Um, and yeah, last few days, last few trades of the week are not good trades. Trades that I should have not taken at all. I did not follow my strategy right now. So yeah. So next week I will be very busy, so I don't think I'm gonna stream or I'm gonna take a lot of trades next week. But I'll probably just trade the big news that will be CPI next week. Um, so yeah.